But I'd like to look at the flip side of that. Something very interesting when you said about you coming to the country and settling here, but with the intent of going back home. That's like irritating to Americans, sort of like, well, you can't just come. We want you to come. We have opened. I'm happy to see when immigrants come. Most people in America live today are immigrants. But you want them to settle down and give back, not just come to take from us and then go back home.
More often than not, after you've been here for a few years, you realize that that is not real. And so what you do...
Which part isn't real?
Maybe going
to go back. Oh, I realize.
Going back. You want to go back. That's your home.
Right.
You know, so you want to go back, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
However, when you come, the important thing that I, try to impart to immigrants is that when you're here, then you can't be, thinking that
in one world, one foot in one world, one foot in the other kind of a thing.
You have to contribute here. At the same time, you're coming from a developing country, and so you have to be able to contribute to the social and economic development in that country, while also making your contributions here. And for the most part, greater than 90% of the people live here and die here.
So let's talk about that, the whole contribution piece. When we first met, you were working with the Caribbean Women's Health Association. Share with our viewers what that organization did and why you developed it.
I told you I came as a registered nurse, and so I was working in the emergency room at Brookdale Hospital. And what I realized from working in the emergency room was that there were a lot of people who were coming in who either could not speak the language, did not know how to negotiate the healthcare system, or more importantly, they were coming in at a stage where their disease process,
was so
led to death. Rather, and sometimes problems that could have been prevented. I was also going to St. Joseph's College at the same time, and I was doing a paper on Caribbean immigrants in New York City. Realized that, foreign-born immigrants constituted 1/3 of New York City's population, yet they had so much problems, having access to healthcare services and having organizations that could really address their needs. And so I'm from a family of community activists, and I was always taught that if you see a need, then you have to do something about it. And so I got a group of social workers and nurses and doctors together, and we called ourselves the Caribbean Women's Health Association because we were basically women from the Caribbean region.
That's so nice.
And that was how the organization was.
Well, we're going to hold that thought. We're going to go to our segment on Keeping It Brooklyn, and we'll be right back.